Ready for it.
Thrilled for it.
Presenting Franks with Turbo Booster Jet Engine.
Punjab Kings, quite the turnaround. I want to start with you, Tom. What was the biggest shift for Punjab from the years of past?
Leadership. Simple as that. You've got a significant figure in Ricky Ponting who, has that presence. And he came in there and obviously made it very clear, during the process of him being engaged as the coach that you're going to do it my way. And I think that cleared a bit of a path of maybe other distractions that may have come in historically with Punjab that, we've seen and been frustrated with. And I think the recruitment of the captain, Ponting-Iyer, who is someone that's very familiar with Ricky Ponting. They've worked well together, so I thought that was a really smart play. One of the most important things is leadership in T20 cricket, is not only the presence of the leader, but just their strategic sort of presence out in the middle and the calmness out in the middle. And Iyer, to me, is someone that has really been impressive, how calm he seems to be out in the middle and how he seems to empower the people around him. And I'm not comparing him to MS Dhoni, but MS Dhoni is the gold stamp of that. And, Iyer, seems to have a similar sort of quite a calm, relaxed approach out there.
And you also saw shades of an Iyer who, in some games, looked like a man wanting to make a statement. Hello, I was the winning captain last season.
Oh, well, and also he's the only captain who has taken two teams to the IPL finals, Delhi and KKR. No other captain has managed that. But I also feel, yes, Iyer batted beautifully. But he's been batting beautifully for the last, ever since that ODI World Cup, he has batted well. He may have gone out of the Indian team for a brief while for whatever reasons. He's come back. He's worked on his game against the short ball. But as far as the season goes, I feel once you invest 65 crore in 3 players, then you're obliged to find uncapped Indian players for a slightly lesser money and just hope that it works out well. Because at the auction, when the auction finished with 110 crore in your kitty, see, honestly, I'll put my hand up and say that do you need to really, is this the best that you can find with the openers where you have 2 uncapped Indians as openers with 110 crore rupees in your bank? But they went with him. They had Prabsimran Singh retained, then they went with Priyansh Arya, then they had Nihal Vadera in the middle, and then they get Shashank Singh as a finisher. So you got 4 out of the 5 Indian batters, you got uncapped players, and all of them have come to the party. So this is that team where overseas contribution has been minimal. Marco Jansen has done okay in a few games. Azmatullah Omarzai came in, went out, hasn't really made a mark. Maxwell was absolutely gone missing except a few wickets. Marcus Stoinis was not even used properly throughout the tournament. They were, I think I remember them playing with 3 players and Marcus Stoinis sitting on the bench. Yep. They went with Sriyash Shedge and not played Marcus Stoinis. They didn't feel the need of playing Marcus Stoinis. So a fully Indian kind of setup. After a very long time, I've seen that you don't have a lot of T20 top batting, Indian batting with in the top 6, and still you come up with this kind of performance match after match.
They've also been willing to go against the grain a little bit. Yeah, if you think they're the only team near enough that have consistently been wanting to choose to bat first because it's their strength. Even in night games, even when conditions seem to suit bowling first, they say, no, this is our strength, this is what we're going to do. They've also changed things around in terms of, I think they've had 6 different opening bowlers this season. They change it quite often depending on matchups and what Ricky Ponting comes up with when he speaks to their analyst. But it seems to have worked for them and they back those strengths.
We were used to Punjab having 6 different opening combinations with the bat. But this season, Priyansh, Prabsimran, the story of the season, and also how much they backed them to come good.
Extraordinary, really. How he has played and how we haven't seen him or heard of him before. So credit to their scouting. And I think that's becoming more and more relevant, is not just looking at the first or the second layer of scouting, it's even going lower because the depth of cricket that's played and the quality that it's played at underneath those couple of layers is quite extraordinary. And we saw it this season with Priyansh, the way he went about it. I was waiting for it to stop.
At some stage, yeah.
I was waiting for it to stop where, okay, couple of good innings, you've had your day out, and then you nick off a few times and then you come back down to earth. But even, his last innings, the 60 that he got in Dharamsala, was, again, some of the shots you're playing extraordinary. Because you also look at Okay, where's the weakness? Go short, get into his body, bang, 6 over square leg. Go full, bang, down the ground for 6. You're thinking, well, I can't go wide because he hits me over cover for 6. So he's in a really exciting package.
Perhaps Simran must be one of the most improved players in the league as well, in terms of, you think he was an inconsistent guy who would take it on in the power play but very rarely go on from that point. He's been very good in the middle overs, very good against spin, and has also put together a big run of 50-plus scores, which is rare for an uncapped opener.
4 in a row,
Four
which
in a
is
row.
a record.
And Tom makes a good point about scouting as well, because so opening in a T20 game is a very crucial place, and you really want some experience there. But they decided, okay, scouting is important. Let's because we have spent so much on 3, we need to find something else. Rajasthan and spin is something that you probably find easily in India. If you're smart enough and if you're scouting enough, but they went with 2 Sri Lankan spinners replacing 2 Indian stalwarts. You got Ashwin and Chahal. They found Hasranga and Tikshana, and they didn't even have a 3rd spinner, like a spinner of note. So in a country of like 1 billion people who love cricket,
I thought you were going to say 1 billion spinners.
a few million spinners.
Used to be.
A few million spinners still. I mean, figure out a way to find someone, right?
Actually, that's another way Punjab have backed their strengths. They've often been happy to bowl 16 overs of seam.
Just 1 spinner.
Which has been really impressive again.